So today I was able to get my hands on a Miniverse Make It Lord of the Rings there by MGA's, and I want to go ahead and take a look at this, open it up. This caught my eye the other day, shopping at Target, picked this up. Looks like it is a weapon set that you can actually craft and create. So of course I had to grab a couple, and I wanted to open up this first one here. Look at that nice packaging. This was in a nice little green there. See the weapons along the sides there, and of course just kind of opening it up a little bit further, we'll take a little deeper look, see what's in the packaging. Oh, very nice. Looks like it's another little kind of the one ring symbol there. Pretty cool. So let's go ahead and unwrap this and see what's inside the packaging. Very nice. There we go. Nice and unwrapped. Now let's go ahead and take off this other plastic here and go ahead and just pop this open, and we'll take a look at what's inside. Alright, looks like we have a few things here. A little baggie there. Take a look at that in a moment. Right, got this little box here. This little elven leaf there. It's pretty cool. Alright, little packaging. Let's see what comes in here. More than likely that mold. Not sure what this is just yet, but we'll go ahead and pop that open just a moment. Maybe the mixtures. And of course here is the actual kit itself there. Comes with two hilts, stand, and that is the one ring. Yes, it is. Pretty cool there, but I was able to pull that one. This blind bag nonsense we got going on nowadays, it's kind of cool to get something that you actually like there. But yeah, this is the little menu there. We'll read the instructions in a moment and take another further look here at the step-by-step instructions. It looks like great. All right, let's go ahead and pull that out and take a look at some of these things individually. So, all right, and just take a look here. It looks like we did get Sting, and taking it apart, it looks like it does come with a couple of hilts, and as you can see here, very nicely detailed, very tiny. Oops, and of course there. Pull this out here, and again, looks like they did give us two there, so hopefully it's can mess around with the resin there as we go forward. But we'll go ahead and pull this little stand out, get the other little hilt out as well, just so we can get this apart and get started with the build. And of course also taking a look at that sweet little lip there at the top. It's more than likely to catch that resin there as we go forward, so pretty cool, pretty neat, pretty tiny there. So, and here it is. Look at that little pretty cool. There's no writing on it, Frodo, so I think we're okay. But overall very tiny, very unexpected. Kind of surprised here with this little one ring there, so we'll just go ahead and put that back there and just make sure. All right. And coming up next here, we do have this little box there with the, looks like it's the, I don't know what symbol that is. I'm sure it's elven, but looks pretty cool. Tiny little box, very tiny little detail, nice little wooden. Looks like it's got some straw in there, some hay in there. Let's take a look at what we got. Oh, don't even tell me. Okay, this was worth the price alone. Look at how tiny that is. Very, very nice. Well, looks like we found our way back to the Shire, boys. No worries. That is a very cool detail. Did not expect that at all. Very, very awesome. This will come in handy later when I'm on my quest here. All right, let's take a look at what else we got in the box. Keep that for later. All right, looks like we do have a couple more items in here. It's like this is a little file. Go ahead and file down our weapon there once it's completed. Very, very cool. File my nails as well. Put that down there. And next up, looks like we have a little hammer. I gotta admit, that detail looks pretty neat. I don't know if my camera does it justice, but this does look pretty neat. I'll probably repurpose some of these little items there. some of my little figurines. So, and of course, a little anvil there. No weapon building would be complete without a little anvil, right? Turning me into a little blacksmith here. Very nice. And again, that box and packaging, super cool. Nothing else in there. I gotta admit, I'll probably repurpose all of this here as we go forward, so that is very, very, very neat. All right, let's see what else we got in the packaging. There we go. Already off to a great start. All right, looks like here, unwrapping this, we got a little bit of magic potion. All right, yeah, of course. Looks like we have to enchant our weapon there. That looks pretty neat. This little micro stuff is pretty awesome. Looks like we got some white sparkle there. Let's take a look at this one. And again, it does have like a little shine to it. Not sure if you can really make that out there, but let's see if I can bring that closer there. Yeah, you can see a little sparkle there. Is the some of that magic, that elven magic there. Very, very neat. A little cork. Some of this stuff is getting pretty cool, I gotta admit. And let's take a look at the blue one there. Some more of that. This one actually is a little more practical. It's like a little bottle there, potion bottle. Pretty awesome. Again, I might repurpose some of these things there, so you can already see a couple things to do with this. And looks like we do have a little spoon that comes with it, probably to mix everything up and just kind of mix everything correctly. So pretty neat. Nothing more to that. Awesome. Well, pretty awesome so far. And looks like we also get a little sprout there as far as for the mold. All right, and moving forward here, looks like we do have the mold there. So just to go ahead and pop this open, and let's take a look at what we got. Oh, very nice. Look at that. Let's take a look at that. Pop it out. Yeah, and overall, pretty good mold there. Nice and sturdy. Okay, and jumping over to the instructions here, looks like we do have Sting again, and of course a couple of the items we already looked at. And so just going through this here, looks like we do need 1 dash of blue elven dust, 2 dashes of elven sparkle dust, and give it a little shake there. Drop that resin. Looks like we need a little bit of UV light according to the instructions, and then we got our little figurine. Let's get to work here. Let's see what we can do. All right, so first things first, we need that 1 dash of blue, and let's get these little sausage fingers to work. All right, we can do this nice and slow. Probably gonna make a big mess here as we go forward, but let's get a good little heap there. Some of that nice fairy dust there, or sorry, elven dust. Let's go ahead and drop that in here. All right, not too bad. All right, pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and pack that in there a little bit. All right, and we're off to a great start. There we go. Easy does it. Now let's go ahead and pick up some of this white elven sparkly dust there, and again, pop the top on that bad boy. And it looks like for this one, we do need 2 scoops. So, let's see if I remember how to do this. Oh, that might be too much. Well, let's not be too, let's not keep too much there. We can go ahead and make this sword extra enchanted. There we go. Let's go ahead and drop that in there. Perfect. And let's just give it another little 2 scoops there. 2 scoops of raisins. Sorry, I had to do that. And give a little kick there. Oh my gosh. Just make sure everything gets in there. Well, we got the majority of that elven dust in there. Let's give it a little shake there. Awesome. And definitely want to make sure I don't lose any of that elven powder magic there. So let's go ahead and grab this resin bottle there, and let's go ahead and attach this little tube to it so we can start putting this in there and getting this mold going. Let's see here, pretty straightforward. We're just going to go ahead and connect this here like so. And then from there, we should be able to inject this into the silicone mold there. Pretty neat, right? All right, let's see if we can do this here. Okay, and just very carefully here, we go ahead and begin to put in that resin there. Looks like it is going to go ahead and, as you see, fill up there slowly. We want to make sure we just pack that in very carefully. So I'm just applying it very gently here, kind of making sure I'm not, just blasting it in there. Kind of just slowly pouring it in as I make my way to the top of the mold there. And again, you'll see here some of this start to come out on the top. I just want to make sure I pull out the spout there slowly as it begins to fill up and cover in that mold. So pretty cool. I gotta admit, this is pretty cool for a little kid's toy in the toy section there. And here we go. Looks like it is coming up there. All right, perfect. And let me just go ahead and make sure to top off a little bit more, just to make sure it does stick pretty good. All right, perfect. Looks like it's coming out pretty neat according to the instructions. Make sure we do lather that well so it does catch the entire mold on the inside. So I did recommend that you kind of give it a little swish and just make sure it's able to be applied to the entire base of that little mold there. So that does look pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and just tap a little bit more, just make sure it's able to get everywhere, and then we'll go ahead and apply the handle. That looks pretty good there. Excellent. Okay, Bilbo, let's get this hammer, get ready to rock and roll. Pretty excited, get to use the hammer. Here we go. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. This is pretty cool. Not necessary, but pretty cool. All right, there we go. All right, now we're going to go ahead, and we did let that set. I was outside with my friend, the sun, for just a moment. So about 15-20 minutes later, we went ahead and just came back here, and let's see here. I want to go ahead and take it apart. So I was afraid that would happen. It was pretty tightly packed in there. Glad to see that the resin actually formed pretty well. So, but just to go ahead and take a look at it here, I went ahead and recasted it. And so I'm going to very gently start to push from the bottom. Once again, after reading the instructions, it does tell you to be very careful with the base of the handle, obviously, right? So it looks like that little finger that it has at the end of it is very tiny. So of course I don't know what I was expecting there. So again, just very gently pushing it from the top, holding the base. And now that the base is out a little bit, and go ahead and grab that there. And I should be able to pull that out. And just very carefully here, this is what it's going to look like. Pretty neat. Of course, got to have my little filer here. Make sure this is nice and sharp for Mr. Baggins here. There we go. Very nice and neat. So it did come out pretty cool. Again, this is not necessary, obviously, right? But let's play pretend. Nice and out of focus there. All right, there we go. See how it caught that mold? Very neat. All right, and overall, pretty cool. Take a look at that. Blink. And my little filer. Excellent. All right, as we kind of wrap this up and get this sword ready, I do want to go ahead and just give my thoughts on this Miniverse. Make It Mini, Lord of the Rings. I know that it is definitely pretty cool. Something I did not expect. Again, just checking out that area of Target and just kind of picked it up there. So might just go grab another one. I saw that there was a Lord of the Rings, a Sauron one. So that's pretty cool. But, after spilling a little bit of elven dust there and making a bit of a mess, this is going to be the final product. And I do recommend this 100%. It's pretty awesome in there if you're into Lord of the Rings, into many things, miniatures. So very nice, and thanks so much for taking a look. You'll have a great rest of your night.